Hey guys and gals, Justin here from the Richie team. I just wanted to make a quick video for us today because we're getting a lot of incomplete submissions. We're getting a lot of deals submitted that aren't getting funded because they're incomplete. They're missing something that is crucial in the process. So we're going to touch on these four things today. Checking the business information and owner information is complete. We're going to touch on statements and how to verify that the right statements are being uploaded. And this is only in the event that Plaid isn't being used. And again, just as a refresher, we highly encourage you to encourage your merchants to use Plaid. It makes it so much easier for them, for you, for us, for the lenders. All around makes everything much more efficient and helps them get funded much quicker. And then lastly, we have documents, and we'll touch on each of these in the following slides. So first and foremost, checking the application for completion. So if we look at this here, you can actually look once the application is, and it looks like this one actually isn't completed, as you'll see here, as well as if we look at the printable PDF, you'll see that all of this information is missing. So this is a good way to see an overview of the application, specifically the business information and the owner information. What you want it to look like is something like this, okay? So it has all the information except for phone number. Phone number is the one exception. We actually do not need that because of our identity masking solution. So that is actually okay if the phone number is missing, but you'll want to check that to make sure that all the other information is there. Now, this is very important, all right, because if you submit a broken file to us, we're simply forwarding it to the lender. And if there is something missing, it ends up adding several days to the funding process. So make sure anytime that you believe an application is ready for submission, you actually make sure you go through this. Just takes a few seconds. Something else worth noting is when you are going through it, if you notice any information is wrong, just go in and edit it. Next, we have statements. For statements, you're going to want to ensure they are PDFs. You're able to do this by actually downloading the file to confirm they're indeed PDFs. And you also want to confirm they are actual bank statements, not profit and loss or balance sheet, a financial statement of sorts. Sometimes you'd be surprised what people upload. They upload pictures that have nothing to do with their bank statements. They upload Excel documents or business plans. You're going to make sure they're uploading strictly bank statements. Now, here's a trick. If they actually upload multiple images, sometimes they'll do this. They'll upload, say, like 5 images if their bank statement is 5 pages long. You actually will want to combine that using smallpdf.com. And then another thing you may run into is if all the statements are on one file, you'll want to split that up. You can also use smallpdf.com for that as well. And again, just as a reminder, you can see that here. All right, so next up, we are going to want to ensure that if it's after the 10th of the month, so it's currently June 29th. In this case, we're going to want to upload month to date for June because it's after the 10th. So you'll actually add this to additional documents here. Okay, last for statements, we have this. It's a bonus. Now, if you do this, it will help your deals get funded quicker. But basically, when you go into the financials, if you calculate their deposits for the month, and it says cents because once you calculate their deposits, say it's $2,500, you actually want to add 2 zeros. And then for negative days count, you want to count that as well. All right, moving on. Plaid, again, we highly encourage this. You want to make sure that your merchants are using this. If you can encourage them to, that's great. It makes it more efficient for all parties involved and helps them get funded quicker. Helps you get your commission quicker as well. So that's the goal here. Now you're going to want to go into that Plaid file and make sure it is complete. If not, you're going to want to click the Recreate button. Lastly, we have documents here. These documents aren't needed before submission. We're getting a lot of questions about this, especially if it's your first time funding a deal. So if we get all accounts here, look at an example one here. Don't worry about this. Okay, the only exception would be is if you need to upload a month to date. ID document, proof of ownership, voided check. That's all going to be when you're getting your application, or your contract. Again, when you're preparing for the contract with the lender, they may ask for other documents such as tax return, lease, etc. You would upload that to additional documents. But again, don't worry about these until you get an offer from the lender. All right, guys, thank you.